see him driving. Figured I'd hop on here and do a live tonight. I'm in town, so had some running around to do today, and I know it's been a bit since I've been live, so I figured I'd hop on here and see what everybody's up to tonight, see how everybody's doing. Just ran into Springfield and had some errands I needed to do. Never really done a live, and well, Randy and I did a live in the car going to Pennsylvania, a couple lives. But other than that, I really haven't done a live in the car. I know I didn't schedule one. I didn't know for sure what time I was going to be done with my appointment tonight, so I got done fairly early, grabbed me a bite to eat, headed back home. So I figured I'd get on here and see who's here and who's not. Hope everybody's doing well. I won't be able to keep up with comments real good until I get home, I'm sure. Hey, I'm trying to look to see who's in here. Glenn's, how you doing, Glenn? Rose, good to see you. Appreciate you guys hopping in here. Hope the lighting's okay. I didn't want it too terribly bright in here, but yeah, went to an appointment this evening and got done a lot earlier than I anticipated, so I wasn't really planning on doing a live. I know Ken asked if I was going to do a live tonight. I didn't know because of my appointment. I didn't know how long it was going to run, so I was glad to see I'm done early. Even got dinner done, so not camping tonight, obviously. Glenn, I hope you're doing well. Looking forward to next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend. Like we discussed earlier, really looking forward to seeing everybody and spending some time with everybody. Cole says hello. Tell Cole I said hi. Did catch one of his videos today. Been slowly trying to catch up on people's videos. I know it's I'm way behind, but at one point I was getting caught up before Will came along, and I was waiting for videos to come out. Now I have plenty of stuff to watch. You know, it's one of those things that when it's your only form of entertainment as far as TV, especially in the wintertime when you have more time when you're camping to be able to catch up on everybody's videos. Sometimes you're waiting for people's videos to come out because you can keep up, but not lately. Will's doing good. He tomorrow he hits his 5-month sorry, I'm just trying to pay attention to a guy trying to turn here. He turns 5 months tomorrow. My granddaughter turned 3 years old today, my only granddaughter, so I was excited about that. We get her Wednesday night for our birthday party for her. So I'm assuming her mom and grandma and grandpa on her side's having a birthday party tonight for her, I'm sure, or today. But yeah, Will's doing good, real good. He's growing like a weed, as you can imagine. He trying to crawl, he's rolling all over the place, and he's cutting a tooth, and any day it'll probably be several teeth, I'm sure. Hey, Rose. But yeah, that was just kind of a spur of the moment. I thought, you know, I seen Tony do his live in the car a week or two ago, I guess it was. So I thought, man, I can hop on here and do a live. Not gonna worry too much. I can look at comments when I hit stop signs and stop lights, but I didn't want to get on the interstate. I'm just going across town. There's a surface street that's not very busy that I cut across and goes by our local airport and out by our house, so usually when I'm not in a hurry. I take this kind of a leisure route on the way home. But I don't know what everybody's been up to. We've been busy with Will and doctor's appointments and family, get-togethers. Every time that I've wanted to get out and do a camp, family comes first, and there's several family members we haven't seen for a while, and I planned on going camping and doing a camping video. Got a couple stealth camps I want to do. I was going to do a car camp when it was cold. They just didn't work out, so I'm not complaining at all, but been enjoying it though. I was hoping to get out during that snow that we had, that winter weather, and do a camp, but it didn't work out. My wife turned and looked at me earlier today and goes, "Now you are going to go do a camp this week, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to plan on it." So I don't know if it'll be Friday night or Saturday night. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do my best to get out and do one. Don't know which type of camp it'll be, so let me know what you guys think. I can do, there's 2 stealth camping spots that I'm interested in doing. I want to do a car camp and, of course, tent camping or hammock camping. Any of those I would be okay with doing right now. So appreciate everybody giving a thumbs up if you haven't already. Sure helps the channel out. Working 2 jobs keeps me busy. Yeah, Rose, I can imagine. I remember when my oldest kids were little, I was working 2 and 3 jobs and being a dad and doing side jobs on top of it. And yeah, it's a lot of work. A lot of work, not being 20 anymore. Little Will, he's so active now. He's getting so big, and he's going to be crawling any day. He's trying. He's scooting, and he's rolling all over the place. And he's such a joy, so much fun. Everybody's like, I don't think I could do it at 50 again or 51. I said, it's been good. I mean, yeah, you have a little more anxiety because you're older, and you think the screaming and the crying will give you anxiety, but it really doesn't. To me, it's just trying to juggle everything, and me trying to do house chores or whatever, dishes or whatever, and trying to juggle that and figure it out. I've never really had to do that. I've always had to work outside the house full time, so really enjoying being a daddy and getting to be with Will like this. And my wife works from home, so we're just so blessed, and it's the best life. Being a dad and being a husband, I mean, doesn't get any better. And your wife encouraging you to get out and go camping, and when you get stressed out, that for me and a lot of you guys that camp, that's our stress relief. That's our out. Go on a hike or bike ride or go camping, fishing. Any of that's an out for me. I love it. Yeah, I've been enjoying doing those bird lives. I'm not always where I can chat. I have a extra phone that I use and set out there. So, because I'm busy with Will during the day and I really can't chat it up. I can chat a little bit today, but usually I just set it up on there. And I know a lot of people, including myself, love bird watching. I love watching birds, and the squirrel was putting on a show today. Got a couple squirrel out there. They can't get into the feeders, but the birds knock some those black sunflower seeds on the ground. So those squirrels was having a fit today. They were really enjoying it. But I know those aren't my typical lives, but I figured some lives are better than no lives, and try to get me a long form video out here real soon. If I camp this weekend, I'm definitely gonna do a full length video. I was thinking, but I may even do a live at camp too and do a video as well. So since I haven't got to do much lately, I figured if I could squeeze both of them in, I might. We'll see. I want it to be a relaxing camp video, and a lot of work, so everybody knows that. Hope everybody's doing well though. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend is the Purple Rain camp out that everybody's been hearing about, I'm sure. So like we've said many a times in all the lives, anybody's welcome that's within driving distance. Obviously, I know a lot of everybody's not in the Midwest, so but the invitation's still there as long as everybody's family oriented and not having wild parties out there. Anybody's welcome. So we are having several new attendees this year, so that's going to be exciting. Nolan from Mission Discover's coming. Glenn Outdoors, and I think a friend of his is coming, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be nice to meet Glenn and his friend. I have met Nolan last year at Tony's meetup. Really cool guy. If you guys don't know Mission Discovered, go check out his channel and tell him hello. Tell him I sent you over there. But yeah, it's seeing everybody. I wish Adam could come this year. We're going to miss him, but it's understandable. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to get with Woodsman and Randy, Minnesota Mike, and Herbert T. Outdoors. Two guys, well, not two guys in the Ozarks anymore, but Matt. Both Matts. Glenn and Nolan. I don't know who else is going to show up, but it's going to be exciting to see who shows up this year. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't even got anything put together yet, which all my stuff is pretty much organized out of my basement, so just a matter of load and go. Biggest thing for me is preparing my meals and water. I'm not too far from home now. I'm about a mile from the airport, so I live between 6 and 8 miles, I think. Probably, 6 or 7 miles from the airport, I guess I do. West of the airport, so not too far. This nice east and west street goes all the way through Springfield, and it's a pretty, especially this time of night, is a lot less travel, a lot quieter. Take your time. But yeah, I figured I'd get on here. Didn't really have anything, a topic per se, because like I said, I had no idea when I was going to get done tonight, so, or if I was even going to do a live. That's normally I post, and I'm going to do a live at least a couple days ahead, if not the beginning of the week, but or the end of the week actually, for the next week. But yeah, I figured I'd get on here and see who was available. I know it's a little earlier than normal, but I'm not gonna stay on too terribly long tonight, unless people want to chat it up. But heck, I'll just pull in the drive and continue to do the live in the car. Yeah, it's been super nice the last couple days. Today was a little windier than it was yesterday, but man, I think it hit 72 today here. Super nice. A little too warm, too soon. I know everybody for the meetup next week, not this weekend, but next weekend, was looking forward to it being more wintry and cold. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that way this year, unfortunately. It's going to be like it was last year, I think. Pretty mild, what the forecast is. That's why they call it the show me state, Missouri, man. You're going to show me the weather's going to be that nice. I'll believe it when I see it, because it can change the same day, let alone overnight. So, yeah, I just bring everything to stay warm, and then I bring everything to be mild as far as camping. So I'll be set either way, you know. I ain't too worried. My big thing is worried about the food. Worst case scenario, if I'm unprepared camping, which usually I'm not, I can always sleep in my vehicle, I guess. Speaking of get-togethers, kind of changing gears, but I know I was going to text Tony and remind him, see if he's going to start talking about Knoble meetup, because, you know, that's this is mid-February. He's only got 3 months, so I figured I'd start talking about the Knoble's meetup. I'm flying this year. I have decided I'm going, so it is official that I am going, unless something major happens. You know, you never know. Life happens, but I did purchase my plane ticket and rental car, so I have told several people, not a whole lot. I know Skeeter and I've been talking about I fly in Friday night, or Friday afternoon, I guess. And I was just going to camp all Friday and Saturday night, so I think Skeeter and I might get together and do a camp that Friday night. Hey Chris, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in. I know I didn't have it planned, but I was on the way home from Springfield, so I figured I'd hop on here and say hello to everybody. Glad everybody is doing well, hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Knoble's. I'm looking forward to our camp weekend after next. There's pretty much everybody that goes to our meetup here is creators as well, so it's kind of like a mini creators meetup. We're all from the Midwest here, except for Nolan's flying in from Pennsylvania, so we're looking forward to that. I was just checking, see if you were doing a live tonight, and yeah, I was a little early. I was coming from town, and I got done at a appointment earlier, and I was anticipating, so that's why I didn't post a live for tonight, because I didn't know what time and if I was even going to be done in time to do a live tonight. But yeah, normally I post ahead of time that I'm going to do a live, but since I haven't for several weeks, I figured I ought to get on and do one. Isaac 210, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I just coming back from Springfield, Isaac, so on the way back home, Ashley, Will, and Grandma went doing some errands this evening, and I had an appointment this evening, so figured I'd do a sporadic live and see what everybody's doing, how everybody's doing. Yeah, it's hard for me to read the comments, so I've been on driving, so I may miss a few, and I'm sorry if I do. Trying to stay warm, lol. Still cold up there. It's 72 here today, Chris. It's like spring day. It was so nice. The last 2 days. Yesterday it was like 65, I think, or 66, somewhere close to 70 yesterday. Just chilling at home. That's awesome. Give little Charlotte our love, and tell Kirsten hi for us. '72 all day. Yeah, that was so nice. Love it. Took my daughter for her shots today. Oh, poor baby. Yeah. Will had his on his 4-month checkup, so he won't get any more until I think 6 months. I'm not sure exactly, but he gets a little break. Shh. She wasn't happy. No, man. I don't blame her. Shots are horrible. I don't even like shots. Well, they don't really bother me, but nobody. If you like them, there's a problem. I figure, it's a major issue if you like shots. Woodsman, how you doing, my friend? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Ed Chaos, welcome in, my friend. Just on here doing a sporadic live, coming back from Springfield. I'm almost home. I'm about a mile away from my house, a little over a mile. Figured I'd jump on and do a sporadic live. I seen Tony do a live from his car the other day on his way down to Hankon, so figured I'd jump on since I haven't been on for a bit. Yeah, enjoying this warm weather. Been doing a few things here or there, and thinking about doing a camp out this weekend, so hopefully I can do one and do a long form video and a live as well, both. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm not going to promise anything. It's like I didn't want to post a live and have to cancel it, so I think for me it's going to be more sporadic lives. I may still do them on Mondays if I am going to be sporadic, but I'll do other sporadic ones too if I do them. Just don't have a lot of extra time right now for videos and that type of thing, you know how that goes. But hope everybody fared the winter storm fairly well. I know a lot of everybody that's in here got hit pretty hard. I know it's still pretty cold up north for a lot of people. Pulling into my driveway as we speak. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. Oh. A little different doing live when you're driving down the road. Take the seatbelt off at least. Alright, nice. Yeah, I had dinner already. Stopped and got dinner. Probably can't see very well, and this light's probably dead in the door now. I'll have a light. See if I can use a light. Ooh, don't want that. Cats are looking at me like, where's our dinner? Yeah, this light's dead in the door now. Need to recharge it, I guess, huh? What everybody have for dinner? I had crappy fast food, as everybody can probably imagine. I should have probably got a healthier alternative, but I didn't. Probably should have had a grilled chicken salad or something, Cobb salad or something. That sounded pretty good, but no, I opted for a cheeseburger and fries. Go figure, you know. I'm sure my wife could have called that one. Got some other lights in here I can bring out. Hope everybody's I don't even know if I need one. Might not even need one. It's grainy a little bit, but who cares, right? I made meatball sub in the crock pot. Oh, buddy. Yeah, there's a bunch of crock pot recipes that we just got through doing a, what was it called? A cowboy casserole in the crock pot. That was really good. You're intended to layer the layers of the cowboy casserole in the crock pot, but I was like, man, I ain't going through all that trouble. It was a chop and dump it all in there and mix it together and let, I love crock pot meals, man. Set it and forget it. It's awesome. Just about to eat. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, meatball subs are good. I like doing the barbecued little sausages in the crock pot. Those are always good. Chili, of course. I want to try, they got lasagna in the crock pot that's really good. You can just layer it all and throw it in there. That sounds pretty good. I mean, everybody has done lasagna in the oven or whatever, but crock pot's the way to go, man. You don't even have to cook the noodles. Spaghetti in the crock pot, I used to do that. Chili, beef stew, beef stroganoff. I've got a whole Pinterest. I've got a whole board of just crock pot meals I want to try. I can't even think. Oh, Swedish meatballs. There's a Swedish meatballs recipe that I want to try. I love Swedish meatballs, so I figured I'd try those. Sounds pretty good to me. Can't think of all the recipes. There's a chicken teriyaki in the crock pot. Sweet and sour chicken. There you go. That's one that I want to try too. That sounds super good. Sweet and sour chicken. Oh, buddy. There's also a meatloaf in the crock pot recipe. I love meatloaf, so of course, good old goulash. A lot of people don't like goulash, but I love it. Reminds me of my childhood memories. My mom made some killer goulash when I was a kid. You can do chicken and noodles in the crock pot. Man, I'm not even hungry, and now I'm making myself even hungrier. Meatballs are easy. Throw them in, some sauce, stir occasionally. Yep. Or you don't even have to stir them, really. If you have time to put them on low. But if you put them on high, you usually have to stir them. Yeah, crock pot meals are good. And that's a good thing about the crock pot meals is you can pretty much do the same thing in your Dutch oven at camp, you know. You can pretty much do all of them. You have to be, it's a little harder to regulate the heat in a Dutch oven unless you're using a gas stove at camp, but you can pretty much do anything in a Dutch oven that you can do in a crock pot. Bread works super good, chili. You know, if you're afraid of doing chili or any acidic things in your Dutch oven, just get one of those. It's an awesome hack, but just get one of those crock pot liners, and you can put it in your Dutch oven. You'll have to cut the top, you know. You don't want it hanging off down the sides where it's going to melt or anything. Or you could just tie it off, a knot in it. If it's one of the ones that you can put in there and set it and forget it, and not have to stir it. But or you can use one of those. It's kind of like parchment paper, but one of those liners for an air fryer, I imagine would work as well, especially for like breads and stuff. Mainly for bacon, not for sauces and that type of stuff. Randy, it's been a minute, Randy. I don't even remember the last time we talked, Randy. Sure good to hear from you, brother. Yep. It's always good to hear from everybody. It's always good to see everybody in here. Get some shades. You look like Hank Williams Jr. That's what everybody's been saying, man. I don't think it's that long, but when you haven't, I mean, you look at yourself every day, you know, when somebody hasn't seen you in months, they're like, dang, yeah, I'm going to keep it growing, see how long it'll go. Outdoors with Den. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. I did get some new merch for myself. Got me a hat. I don't know if you can see that very good in the dark. Logo turned out pretty good. It's not a patch, or it's a vinyl, but it turned out pretty good, I think, on a black trucker's hat. They have different colors, so I wanted to get a sample to see how it would turn out. Turned out pretty good. Reminds me of the printed Bass Pro hats that you can get. So pretty good, pretty comfortable hats, and I think with the logo and everything, the hat, free shipping. I think I paid. Man, I don't even remember what I paid. $8 or $9. Pretty cheap. Did I inspire you, David? Yes, you did, Chris. Actually, I had it ordered and got it before you got yours, but yeah, I would say so. I've been wanting to do it forever. I do have some on my shop, on my merch shop for Teespring on my channel, but I haven't ordered a sample. I did my t-shirts and they look really good, so I figured the hats would be good quality. I need to do that as well, but I might start just making my own merch and selling it. Temu's a little, or not Temu, Teespring is a little pricey, so the quality's super good on it, on their stuff that I've gotten, but it's a little high, and I've got it turned down to where I don't make much money at all on it. It's just to have merch, but I might just start doing my own, get some made up and or order to go, type thing. I just like to know it's quality, I don't want to, I'm not going to send or sell or have people buying merch that I wouldn't wear myself, so. Which is not super fancy. I don't want anything super fancy. I'm not a super fancy type of guy. I don't need super fancy leather patches and decals and embroidered, and I don't need all that. I get the cheap Bass Pro trucker hats is what I get. Usually, I do have one embroidered Bass Pro hat, but normally I just get the cheap $5 hat or $8 hat at Bass Pro or wherever. Yeah, it's just going to get dirty and used, so no sense in spending $30 or $5 on a hat that's going to get jacked up. Sweat rings tear hats all up. It's lots of laugh. Check them for t-shirt. I will check them. Yeah, I definitely check them for t-shirt. Yeah, those hats turned out pretty good, Chris. I really like the looks of them. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I like embroidery, and it's not that big a deal. I do like it, but if I did get one that was embroidered, I'd probably only wear that out, not working it where I'm sweating and stuff. I wouldn't want to. I'd probably use that as a going to town hat or something nice hat. I wouldn't want to be wearing it out camping all the time, getting it all nasty. They were $15 a hat and have to do order $70 worth to place an order. Well, that's easy to do. $70 ain't bad at all. That's only what, 5 hats or less than 5 hats at $15. 60, 75 would be six hats would be 75. So yeah, that's easy to do. You could get rid of 5 hats pretty easily, I'm sure. Yeah, if you want more. I'm sure the more you buy, the cheaper the price gets too. Not like anybody's raring for my merch anyways, but I did send my brother one. I need to send my other brother another one. That's another reason Teespring didn't have my middle brother's sizes, I don't think. So I'm going to order him a shirt. I forget what size he wears, but Teespring only goes up to, I can't remember what size they are, but they don't have his size. So I may just order a shirt for him and maybe a hat. He don't wear hats though. Just left Menards, give out stickers and bracelets. Awesome. Yeah, I need to carry mine with me more. I think I have them in my truck, but I'm in the car this time. My wife took the truck and I took the car just in case I wanted to do a live or something. She's got a nice handy phone holder in her car. I'm glad I did. Handing out stickers and bracelets. Yep. I need to start doing that more, especially like when I go to the plasma center and different places that I know a lot of people. I need to start bringing them in with me. I have new stickers too. Stickers are the same as the hat. Those are cool. My wife was even saying she liked that that logo. Looks pretty cool. Outdoors with Den, I appreciate you being here, my friend. What have you been up to? I know you've been real cold here lately, so I know there's that. Everybody up north got hit really hard. Pennsylvania got hit pretty hard too. I bet Tony was glad he went to Florida and was down there when all that hit. We got about 8 inches of snow, no ice or sleet or anything, which is nice. It was a powdery snow, kind of like real good to ski with, and it was cold, but yeah, it wasn't bad. Never lost power, so it was really counted our blessings because we could have easily got a foot of snow that missed us. Woodsman. Hey, 210, good to see you, my friend. Hey, Ken, I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I just did a sporadic live. When you asked earlier, I didn't know for sure if I was going to come in, Ken, but figured on my way home I would get on here and say hi to everybody, and I'm glad I did. I enjoy talking with everybody. I don't do much when it's cold out, real cold. Yeah, when it's way past freezing, it was -9 here that one night, and you know, I know that's nothing for you northerners, but for here, -9's pretty cold. There's really no sense in, unless you want to do an extreme camping video, and I didn't have the time or anything. I would have liked to try to do one, but that's the only reason I'd really get out in real cold weathers to do something like that, training, and just make sure your gear's up to date, and you know, challenge yourself once in a while. But yeah, for me, there's no sense. You know, I don't do hot tent camping, so usually in that cold weather, I would do car camping or something like that. My form of glamping. My pipes froze for 2 weeks. Ouch. That sucks, man. I was afraid of that, Randy, because they're not really insulated, and you don't have much skirting around that tiny home. So I didn't even think to ask if you had insulated your pipes or not. That sucks, my friend. I hate when pipes freeze. Let's see here. Yeah, it snowed 12 inches here last weekend. It was fun. Camped in the Suburban this weekend. It was cold, down to 14. Luckily, I had my buddy heater. Yeah, that's nice. Real nice. I was going to try to get out, but we ended up doing something with family when it was still cold. So anytime I can see family I haven't seen for a while, that takes priority to me. So I know it's been a while since I've done a camp, so my wife looked at me earlier today on the couch. She goes, "No, you're going to go camp this weekend, right?" Since it's going to be nice and everything. I said, "Yeah, I plan on it." So I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm going to try to do a long form video and a live both. But I'm not going to, I want it to be relaxing. I've been pretty stressed here lately, so I want it to be relaxing. So we'll see. I'll try to do a video and a live. If not, I'll do just a live, I guess. But I would like to do another long form video. It's been months since I did a long form video. If Hot Tent Company will send me one, I'll go hot tent camping. Yeah, I definitely would too. I'm just not going to buy one because I wouldn't use it all the time. Even in the winter, I would use one if I didn't have to pay the money. I know that sounds lame, but I'm more of a hammocker. I've got tents and stuff. I would just get a buddy heater or use one of my hot tents with a buddy heater or something. You know, I'm not, my dome tents, I wouldn't buy a hot tent. I would just use a buddy heater with my tent, or with my hammock for that matter. I can put my tarp down in tent mode and I can use a buddy heater with my hammock as well. But I usually dress warm enough and my gear is warm enough. I don't usually need a heater, but it'd be nice early morning when you wake up in a tent or something to knock the chill off when you're wanting to fix coffee or something, or get dressed or whatever. But yeah, when I'm in my hammock, I just stay dressed and I don't have to worry about getting dressed in the cold in the morning or whatever. But making coffee, man, you're anxious to do that to feel the heat. On the phone, can't keep up with the chat, but I'm watching on the side. Appreciate it, Woodsman. Yeah, when I was driving, I had a hard time, which luckily there wasn't a whole lot of people in here and wasn't a lot of chatting, so I didn't have to keep up with too much. That was nice. She said, "Go camping, you're driving me nuts." I think that was a nice way of Ashley saying I was driving her nuts. Nah, she's such a good wife, man. She can tell when I'm stressed out, and I had a lot of anxiety this week, and camping's my out, or just being outdoors. So that's her nice way of saying I was driving her nuts, probably. I would use my buddy heater when it's 20s and higher. Any below that? No. Yeah. I mean, there's really no sense in doing it when it's really that low, because I mean, you can't enjoy anything outside, and for me, that's the whole thing of going camping. That's why I don't do a whole lot of extreme winter camping, because hot tent camping is one thing because you can show all that, and it'd be nice to have a hot tent set up when it is super cold, and you could go out and do those and still put out videos. But that's really the only reason I'd want a hot tent set up, is if I wanted to put out content when it was so cold. But yeah, I mean, going camping, if it's 20 and above, that's comfortable winter camping for me. If it gets much colder than that, you don't really want to do a lot outdoors. You're going to either be stuck in your tent or your hammock, until it warms up. So ain't much for content, so. But like I said, I haven't had a lot of time for content right now, and everybody knows that, and I'm sure can understand. So like I said, Will's getting so big, and he's so happy. He laughs all the time and smiles, and he's cutting teeth, trying to crawl. He's scooting and rolling, but he's such a joy, man. He's so much fun. Can't wait. We already got it reserved for Lake Catherine State Park. Mid-April, we're going for our first family camp out, so that's going to be exciting. Will's and all of us as a family's first camp out is in April, so really looking forward to that. Hot tent is my favorite, but I have gotten to do it this year yet. I know, that's unfortunate, Randy. We had but that winter storm was almost too brutal to go out in, but I definitely want a hot tent if I was going to go out in that storm, for sure. Just because setup is miserable. I mean, you'd have to have, if I had my hammock set up, it's just not any fun to camp in that extreme weather. You're pretty much stuck in your hammock till the sun comes up, and later in the morning, and then your activities are minimal when it's below zero like that. Excuse me. Same, David. Yep, Chris. I don't mind, but I want to enjoy the time out. And it's nice, like if it's 20 or 30 degrees, you're really wanting a campfire. Summertime, you still build one, but you have to set so far behind, away from it, just for the ambiance. And I love fire. That's my favorite part of camping. But yeah, winter's when you can actually enjoy the campfire. You use it for warmth. You can cook on it, whatever. Most of the time in the summer, I don't even have one, and if I do, I use my little either twig stove, or I'll use my mesh fire pit. I could put a puppet show on. Hot tent for video filter. That's a good idea, Chris. Oh, that'd be hilarious. It's been a single digits for a very long time in PA. Yeah, Rose. I've been watching that, and Tony's been real lucky. He had planned that out and is avoiding most of the extreme weather because he does not do good in the cold. Rightfully so. I mean, he's still from that stroke. It's really hard on him in the cold weather. Same in New York. Yeah, man, you guys are brutal. That's brutal. I love winter, but like I said, that's a little extreme when it gets that cold. What else am I doing to do in the hot tent besides cook, feed the fire, and stay warm? That's pretty much it. You're not a coffee drinker. You can make some hot chocolate or hot apple cider, hot tea, make you a hot drink and beverage, pop you some popcorn, bring you a Bluetooth projector for your phone, and you can, I guess, watch a movie. I mean, that's the whole point of going camping is not watching movies, but if you're strapped inside and you don't have much to do, if you're not a reader, I'm a reader, so I would definitely bring a book or two, but you could always watch a movie. But yeah, you're pretty much glued to your tent, and that's kind of why I don't really care for hot tent camping. I mean, it's okay. If you're with somebody else, it's a different story because you have somebody to talk to and it's a little funner. I think hot tent camping for me, I would enjoy more with somebody else. Unfortunately, I don't like summer camping at all. See, I mean, I'd still rather go summer camping than extreme winter camping, only because, I mean, I can swim or whatever. I can camp around the water and stay cool. Yeah, it sucks being hot and sweaty for sure, Randy. I agree with you on that. I'm more of a spring and fall camping is my favorite time of year to camp. Early fall, early winter, late winter. Under the radar. How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you stopping by. Come on, not that bad. Yeah, you're a Michigan guy too. Yeah, it'd be like summer. Our -9 here would have been summer weather for you guys. Definitely spoken by a Midwestern person, which I guess you guys are in the Midwest, upper Midwest, but being a Missouri boy, when we was growing up, we would get below zero a lot in the winter, but not hardly anymore. Not hardly anymore. It don't get. This is the coldest winter we've had in a long time. That one morning it said -12 here. That's pretty cold for here. The wind chill was in the -20s, so that's plenty cold. You go out, what it say? You go out hiking and exploring, and when you get cold, you go back to the hot tent warm up. Yeah, that's a good thing too, but yeah, in the 20s or even the teens is okay too, but any colder than that, if you're getting around zero, I still don't enjoy hot tent camping in that cold. I mean, you can dress warm, yeah, but yeah, definitely that's firewood. My dad always said warms you 3 times: when you cut it, when you process it, and then when you gather it to put it in the stove. It definitely heats you. Well, I guess 4 times because when you burn it, but actually when you cut it, process it, then burn it, I guess would be the 3. But in a hot tent stove, you got to process it, and then you got to stack it inside your hot tent around your stove. So technically, I guess with hot tent, it warms you 4 times. My insulated ice fishing shanty works great. Can't see through it. No puppet shows. Dude, yeah, those shanties are nice. I would like to have one. If I did get a hot tent, I'd probably get one of those instead of an actual hot tent. Those are warm, they're insulated. Yeah, those would be nice. They're expensive, but nice. For a good one, I guess. You can get a cheap one. Michigan is cold. You're used to it. Michigan is cold. Definitely want to do some ice fishing. I know the invitation's open from Minnesota Mike, so one of these days Randy and I need to get together and get up there and do some ice fishing with them boys. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm ready for it to be over. Was scrolling and ran into you. Wanted to say hi. I appreciate you stopping by, my friend. I was just I was in town and hadn't done a live for a while, so I wanted to jump on here. I'm just in my car at the moment, so figured I was going to say hi to everybody and talk what everybody wanted to talk about. So I appreciate you stopping by. I'm working on your videos little by little, but I've been enjoying them, my friend. I like my hammock hot tent too. As soon as the stove goes out, it gets cold quick. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I thought about if I ever did get a hot tent, it would probably be the hot tent from One Wind. Probably a hammock hot tent is what I would get if I got one. I think I probably will eventually get one, but just not right now. I just not going to use it as much as I would my hammock setup, but I would like to have the hot tent to add to my One Wind setup. Actually, and the hammock sock too as well, because it's an insulated sock that goes over your hammock for extreme winter camping. So, and it's real inexpensive. It's only like $40 for that hammock sock. So I was thinking about getting one of those as well. That would be great. I want to ice fish bad. Me too, Randy. We need to set up a time that we can put in for some time off and obviously have the funds, what we talked about earlier, not having the funds. Just driving up there and back is quite a trip. But yeah, we definitely need to get together and do some ice fishing. I want to do that too. It's definitely on my bucket list. Worried about the ice breaking. Well, if you're out there and it's, half foot thick, you're not going to have to worry about it breaking, but definitely listen to the locals and where to go and where not to go. If you do go ice fishing, just make sure you either go out with a guide or go out with somebody that's familiar with it. They'll tell you where to go and where not to go, but whether it's that cold up in Michigan, you can pretty much go anywhere you want. It used to get cold enough on our farm here in Missouri growing up. Our creek, Honey Creek, would freeze solid, and the cows could we could walk across the creek. It would get that cold in the winter here, but it doesn't anymore. We used to ice skate on our ponds all the time when I was growing up. Fishing has been great here. Lots of fish. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. A lot of people catching fish. Even Skeeter ice fishing out there's been catching quite a few. I want to go with someone familiar. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It's so thick they park hundreds of cars side by side to watch the drag races. I bet. It's super cold, man. Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about the ice breaking for sure. Scoping out summer stealth camping spots while the leaves are gone. Yes, I've got a couple that's good right now that I've been trying to do, but this camp this weekend, I don't know if I'm going to do stealth camp or if I'm going to do car camp or if I'm going to do hammock camp or tent camping. I don't know, so I got to figure that out first. Got to figure out where I'm going to do and what kind of camp I'm going to do. But I've got 2 stealth spots I've picked out. Really good, I think, are really good locations, and want to do them. They're not too far from the house either, so probably about 8 miles to 8 miles. Yeah, probably 8 miles. Not too far. Of course, no rush on the vids, man. I have so many people. So to get through. I'm gonna do an ice fish mission soon, then putting it off actually. That sounds like fun. Yeah, it's been too long since I put a long form video out, so I do need to get one out. But I do have a good excuse, I guess. So I know some people don't care at all. I've lost a few subscribers, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm out to enjoy it. If the channel grows, it does. If it doesn't, that's fine. But I do want to keep putting out steady content for sure. Even if it's once a month, a full form video is better than once every 3 months. So I know I was doing weekly, but if I could do bi-weekly or even once a month steadily, I want to get back to doing at least that for now. Been listening from Rose and editing at the same time. I appreciate it, Cole. Appreciate you guys being here and the support, my friend. It ain't about the subscribers. No, it's not. And I started doing my channel just to document my camps and, so my kids could see them or grandkids or whatever years down the road, and I still do it. I don't ever want to get to a point to where it feels like it's a job or anything, because I've camped all my life. So just to document, I've added stealth camping a little bit in there, but want to do more of that. That would be more so for the fun of it. I'm not going to do extreme stealth camps like Todd and Sam and some of these other guys, but I like doing the lower stealth camps. Like Skeeter says, some of the not so nerve-wracking stealth camps, I guess. I'm not gonna do some extreme trespassing or anything. I don't do that anyways, but I gain and lose subs often. I'm happy to maintain rather than lose all. Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing about smaller channels. It's really hard to maintain, especially if you're not consistent. People like consistency, especially with small channels. I don't know why. But when you got a lot of subscribers, like you say, it's not about subscribers. For me, it's not per se, but for like big YouTubers, they can put one video out every 3 months and get millions of views and be fine, but I'm not about making a living off YouTube, so I'm not worried about that. It's a blessing for us, those of us that can do them. Absolutely, Aunt. Absolutely. Definitely a blessing every single day we can get out and camp and get out and enjoy making videos and doing these lives and doing stuff that a lot of people can't even do. Definitely a blessing for sure. Rely on Steve Wallace. Yes. Yeah, I love watching his videos still. I've been watching him for years and years and years and years, and a lot of the big YouTubers I watch, I've been watching from pretty much the beginning of their careers, so that's why I keep watching them. Plus, they're good. I mean, Steve's always for a good laugh. He's pretty comical. Boy, Doc, we're documenting now for the future. We're around forever. Our 1,000th grandchildren will see us. Absolutely, Cole. Absolutely. It's always, it's in the back of some YouTubers' minds would love to be able to do it for a living because that's what you love to do, but it's very, very hard, especially nowadays. Back when T Outdoors and Joe Robinette and Corporal's Corner and all those fellers started out, none of those guys had memberships. None of those guys, Joe Robinette still relies on revenue and sponsorships now, but back when he started, they didn't even have sponsorships like they do now, and But a lot of the YouTubers are having to take sponsorships to make what they used to make. So, um, those guys are living the dreams that they've always wanted to. A lot of people hate a lot of different YouTubers or whatever, but it's a lot of work. And where these guys all started from, just like us, started out little, and they paid their dues and worked hard to get where they're at. All the big YouTubers, not all, some kind of fell into it, but Steve Wallace is one of them. He started low. Todd Champion, he's headed towards 30,000. I started watching him. I had a couple hundred subscribers, so where I'm at, but yeah, very, very small percentage of YouTubers make a living off YouTube. Very small. Where are all the donuts? That's what I should have stopped and got for dessert. I got junk food for dinner, of course. I was going to eat healthier tonight, and of course I didn't. I got a nasty old greasy cheeseburger and fries, my favorite thing of all times, on a donut. But yeah, my wife and I was just talking this week. We've got to start eating better. We got to start doing it. We got to force ourselves to do it, and not a diet, but a life change. You got to look at it like you're doing it for life. Because I'm not a big diet fad person. It's a life change, if you really mean it. Do you remember the video I sent you, the guys in the leaves of their faces boat? He replied to that. Really, Chris? Yeah, I do remember. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. He did reply, huh? I'm back, but been live, hoping to show some love. I appreciate it, Ken. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm not going to stay on too terribly late. I figured just an hour, but might go 2 hours if everybody keeps chatting it up. I didn't know how many people would show up and how much chatting would go on, but it's nice. I'll stay on as long as there's conversation going. And Will and Ashley aren't home yet, so they were out gallibatting around as well. Women with clothes on equal 100,000 followers. Yeah. Or if you're, and I don't want to put anybody's channels down, but if you're acting like an idiot or just acting crazy or not acting yourself, yeah, you're going to get a lot of followers, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to act stupid to get more subs. I'm just not going to do it. Outdoor Boy's son fell into the gold mine. Yeah, he did, didn't he? And I don't understand the Outdoor Boys. I cannot stand to watch them. I can't stand it. I've tried to watch them over the years, and that's one of the guys that I just sat there and say, he's, now that he's big, he pays to get things done, and I don't know, I don't like the guy. I'm not going to talk bad about him, but I just don't like him. I can't watch his videos. Yep. Sex, drugs, and alcohol sells. That's unfortunately what people want to see, and I'm not into all that. I'm not into filthy talking just to get people to come and watch. Each their own, but everybody knows me well enough now. I'm just a old guy sitting out here wanting to camp and being a dad again at 50's awesome. I'm looking forward to getting Will out here, and like I said, that mid-April we're going on our first family camp. We got it already reserved. The camping spot my wife and I, when we were dating, first time we ever camped together. We haven't been there since then, and we're going back there. Same camp place, same campsite. So it's going to be a family tradition. That's going to be our site. So looking forward to it. Going to take them out canoeing and hiking. We got a nice hiking backpack for Will, and the carrier, I should say, not backpack, a carrier for him. It is a carrier backpack in one. But we're looking forward to that family camp. Let's see. Steve Wallace commented on one of my barrel boat videos. I was pretty happy about that. Oh wow. I'll have to go back and read some of those comments. I'm sure I've watched the video. I'll have to read it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's something when he acknowledges your channel. Just eat real food, simple 2 or so ingredient meals. Absolutely, yep. It's good advice. We like a lot of, with our higher blood pressures getting there, leaning away from pork and red meat. Of course, those are my 2 favorite, but eating more chicken, turkey, and fish. So eating more vegetables, leafy greens, and simple meals, and eating more meals, snacking during the day instead of eating 3 big meals helps too. We've been there, we've done it before, but we just have gotten lazy and started eating horrible again. Camping with Sam Barnabas commented on one of my videos, and I felt like a king for the day. That's funny. Yeah, Todd camped this last weekend, I guess, with him and who's the other dude? Sam Barnabas, Sam Bananas, and I can't even remember the other guy. I don't like either one of them, so it doesn't really matter. I stopped watching Corporal's Corner because he whined too much about people not watching. Well, I mean, when you've got over 1 million subscribers and you only get 20,000 views on a channel, yeah, I'd be pretty disappointed in that as well. I still watch him. I've watched him from the very beginning. As long as I can learn from people and whatever. People say he's rude and whatever. Well, I know a lot of people on YouTube are rude and people watch them, so, each their own. But yeah, I mean, I would be kind of disappointed too if I had 1 million subs and you're only getting 10, 20, 30,000 views on a video. That's telling you that your subs aren't supporting your channel. So, that's one thing I've talked about numerous times is, it's not about how many subs you got, because if you have 1 million subs and you only get 10,000 that watch your videos, well, what good's 1 million subs, He's one of those ones that's made a living, and, if you got your income cut in over half, but, you're right. I mean, a lot of it could have been from him, but it happened before he started complaining. So I think it was when he left Self-Reliance Outfitters, and I think that's what did it. I mean, I'm not going to get into that. It's none of my business. I still watch him. I still like him. He still does more and cooler things than most channels do. He's a pretty cool guy. Very knowledgeable. And he can be stuck on himself or whatever, or proud, but, I know a lot of YouTubers are. Now he talks about me. I'm not big on the Outdoor Boys either. Yeah, I've never tried. I never could watch his videos. Something about him bothers me, and I don't know what it is. It's nothing personal. It's just I do not like his videos and like the way he does his videos, and I don't know. Everyone wants to see the Volunteer Firefighters Behind the Mask series. Yep. See, Outdoor Boys was one of the only really big channels I ever watched. I enjoyed their videos. I can't stand the Outdoor Boys. They're really fake. And he just does really idiotic things, and people get mad for people doing other things, but he's really put his kids in harm's way a lot of times, and I think that's really what rubbed me wrong, is he really goes and does a lot of extreme stuff with his young kids, and I think he's pretty careless. Always has been. Who is coming to the 2nd annual meetup? I am, Cole. I've got sorry, Rose. Yeah, I'm going. I've already got my plane ticket and rental car bought already, so I'm going. Lord willing, unless he takes me home or something major happens, I'm going. So I am, and I'll have stickers. Well, I already got a sticker. Maybe I can buy one of your hats. AK Tony Fest. Yeah, Tony Fest. Yeah, he hates for everybody calling it Tony Fest. It's so funny. Sam really started calling it Tony Fest. He hates it. Sugar Creek Outdoors. How you doing, Matt? I almost called you two guys in the Ozarks earlier today when I was talking about you. In the life of me, from my memory, I couldn't remember. I knew it was something Creek Outdoors, but I couldn't remember what it was. Glad to see you in here, Matt. I'm assuming you're at work tonight. Thanks for reminding everybody to hit that like button, Ken. I appreciate it. Sticker swap all day. Yep. That's what was good about getting all those stickers, man. I filled up my water bottles quick. And I got quite a few on my truck window now. Back window. I will got quiet a bit in two styles. That's awesome. Listening in the background. I appreciate it, Nolan. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming in. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you weekend after next. It'll be good to see you again. I still watch both. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I watch. Well, I don't watch TA Outdoors as much as I used to, but I do still like catching his every now and then. Biggest YouTubers I still watch are Joe Robinette, TA Outdoors, Corporal's Corner. Steve Wallace, of course. Who else would be? I'm saying million plus subscribers is what I consider a big channel. I mean, SB Wilderness Adventure. He's getting up there, pretty good sub count. He's pretty good out of Arizona. He's really good. Does all ASMR videos. I do watch him. He's really good. I did come across a new guy, and I can't remember his name. Dang it! I was wanting to. Next time I did a live, I was gonna shout his channel out. Really good channel. He does all ASMR videos as well. He reminds me of Swedewoods. Oh, Swedewoods is the other one. He's all ASMR videos in Sweden. Super good channel. Super good outdoorsman. Those are the biggest channels I guess I watch, as far as outdoors channels. The biggest ones anyways. But yeah. But like I said, I've been watching most of those from the beginning. Not all of them, but most of them. So I'm going to continue to support them. As long as they don't do something drastic where, like, something morals wise that would make me not want to watch them no more. I can't wait. We are definitely camping. Yeah, Skeeter reached out to me the other day, and I'm flying in on Friday, the 22nd, night before the meetup. So he's wanting to get a camp together. So if there's anybody else, Nolan or anybody else from PA that wants to hook up on that Friday before the meetup, we're going to be camping. I know at least Skeeter and I don't know who else we could get. I'm trying to talk Hammock Mountain into maybe see what he's going to do. I know we're going to have a group stealth camp on that Saturday night after the meetup. Yeah, you can camp with us, Chris. If you didn't want to be in people's videos, you could always camp away from the group and, just let them know you don't want to be in the videos, but or wear a ski mask or something. That'd be funny. But yeah, you're welcome to camp with us. Anybody that's at the meetup can camp at that Saturday night. Hate to hear the distaste of the outdoors, boys. To each of their own, but that is a good Christian dude. Yeah, I know, but some of those kids have been really young, been out in that stream. Yeah, doesn't matter if he's a Christian or not in my books, Nolan. But yeah, I mean he may be that, but I don't know the man personally, so I'm not going to judge him for that. But yeah, I don't know what it is about him. I'm not going to blame that on why I don't watch him, but I just don't like his videos at all. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've tried to watch him numerous times. Here lately too, I tried to watch a newer video, and I just can't do it. Shy Guy, me and Cole are locals. We camp with you. Yep. Anybody can camp for sure. Anybody can camp with us. Skeeter and I, like I said, that Friday night. I think my flight flies in about 1:50 p.m. just for 2 p.m. and it's like 80 miles from where I want to camp. I think something like that. So yeah. As far as I know, I mean, we haven't concreted definitely that we're camping. I'm camping somewhere Friday and Saturday night, and then I fly back out Sunday morning around 10 a.m. I think, or something like that. I know they have a campground or something there. Yeah, I'm not going to pay for camping while I'm there. I'm going to stealth camp, or I know a lot of places that you can camp. If nothing else, I'll car camp. I've got an SUV rented that I can sleep in the back of like Tony does if I need to. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Randy, but yeah, I understand that for sure. But I wanted to go to HangCon, but I'd rather go to Tony's. If I had to, this year especially, I had to choose either HangCon or Tony's, and I'm gonna support Tony. I want to. HangCon's definitely on my bucket list. I might do in 27 maybe, but yeah, I'd rather go to Tony's meetup than even HangCon, and I know HangCon's cool. I've been watching a lot of Instagram. Yeah, there's a lot of cool content creators on Instagram, and I don't like TikTok at all, but there are some good content creators on TikTok for sure. But a lot on Instagram for sure. Yes, yeah, a lot of them are booked full, yep. And they're super expensive. I'm so spoiled with cheap campsite rentals around here. I'm not going to spend 30, 40, 50 bucks for a campsite. There ain't no way. No way I'd stop camping if I had to pay that for camping. Nope. I'll sleep in my car in a truck stop if I have to. Yeah, there is a lot of campgrounds. There's some north of Knobles that are, I can't remember the names, but I checked them out last year, and they're a little bit more reasonable. It was hard to find any campsite around Knobles under 30 bucks. That's ridiculous to me, and that's primitive sites. That's not even electricity. It's like, nah, I'm not paying $30. I'll sleep in my car. You've talked to him too? Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to get together, Skeeter again. Definitely we're going to camp together with everybody after the meetup, but it's usually a stealth camp. I might stealth camp, or might find a camp. I don't know, Friday night. If Skeeter can't camp, I may just stealth camp, car camp in the SUV. My face in the video got to keep the Wilson theme going. Yeah, but you can still camp, away from the group, and they know you don't want to be on video, so you can still camp. There's Skeeter. How's it going, man? Your ears been burning? Absolutely no need to like him. Just respond to the concern about the kids. Yeah, well, the videos I've watched with him and the kids, there's been a few that it's been extreme weather. Just that alone, I wouldn't take my kids out in extreme weather. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can defend them all you want, but me personally, I'm not going to take any kids those young out in extreme weather camping. I wouldn't do it. That's just me. I'm not putting them down, but I guess I am. But I mean, everybody's opinionated, but I'm not going to put my kids at harm way for no video. I mean, that's just my outlook on it. Each their own too, but yeah, I mean, That's me. I mean, I guess when you're a father, it makes a big difference, I'm very good outdoorsman. I'm very comfortable in extreme weather. I know I can do it and be safe at it for me, but defend my outlook or my stance on it, not to put anybody down, but me personally, I'm not going to take my kid, even if he's 10 years old, 12 years old, or 13-year-old, in an extreme camp like that. I'm not going to do it. When they get old enough to make their own decisions and do it, yeah. Have a good night, Nolan. Didn't mean to offend you, Nolan. Over outdoor boys. Skeeter, mark me in. You got a spot for us, Skeeter? Appreciate it, brother. Boy, people get offended real easy nowadays. Outdoors with Skeeter. Here I am, started my channel yesterday. Yep, doing good, Skeeter. Have stealth camp 3 times, only 2 videos that I uploaded this year. Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I don't do the real high risk stealth camps, but I'll stealth camp. 210, and I have a couple of spots we can stealth camp. That's awesome, Skeeter. Appreciate it. I figured you'd have some good spots. You can have 2 vehicles at a site. Yeah, usually you can. Some sites only want 1 vehicle, but most of the time you can have 2. Depends on the size of the campsite. We don't need a campground. Nope. I won't usually, especially with the prices they are. Yeah, that's too much money. I can sleep in my car if I have to. Question is he reading the chat? I don't know. Camping with y'all Friday night. Awesome, Cole. Appreciate it. That'd be fun. He's just being skinny. Gotta go for now, man. Y'all have a good night. Good to see you, 210. Good to see you too, Randy. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good night, Randy. Who's that behind me? I don't know. Maybe Sam Squatch. Maybe he's behind me back there. You never know. Just sitting in my car. Who's that over there? My favorite friend's dad took him camping as a kid. Now he won't camp at all. Yeah, none of my kids are really outdoorsy, so I was unfortunate. I'm hoping we'll raise him in the outdoors, but doesn't mean he'll want to keep doing it. But I ain't gonna force him to do it. Especially when he gets old enough to not want to do it. I'm not gonna make him do anything he don't want to do. I mean, to a point. I mean, you're the parents, but if you're going on family vacation, you're going camping. That's one thing, but if they truly don't like the outdoors, I mean, but I did make my youngest son, go on a canoe float one time. I had to make him go because he'd never done it. I said, you got to at least try something once, and then if you don't like it, you don't have to go. And it was the funnest thing he's ever done in his whole entire life. He enjoyed it so much. It was really cool. That's why I'm making my own campground out back. Yep, that's what I did then. It sure is nice to be able to have a place on your own property to camp if you want to camp. I want to stealth camp in cool places. Yeah, I do too, but I'm not going to go to extreme like Todd and Sam did. Nothing against it. It was really cool. It was a really cool spot, and nobody's done it that I know of, but around behind the movie screen. But I personally would not do that. I've been especially having Will now. I don't need to try to get in that much trouble. Fishing's going good as far as I know. Skeeter's been catching some fish lately. Short of the ice cracking, was worried. Yeah, that did worry me a little bit too, the ice cracking. Skeeter was smart about getting out of there. I drive a Honda Element. Turns out there's a whole community that do their own meetups. Really, that'd be really cool. There's the Honda Elements. You can make a lot of people make micro campers out of them. Like I used to have a little Nissan Cube, and there's a whole group that makes micro campers out of Nissan Cubes. I thought that was pretty cool. If I would have kept that car, I was thinking about doing that. It'd be kind of cool to have a meetup and have mutual, enjoyments on vehicle. Fishing, I just got back out today, Skeeter said. Heading out tomorrow. Be live. I'll try to get on some of it, Skeeter. I'm using it at work daytime. You can always put a phone on live and have it in your pocket with the sound off. I've done that before too, just to give buddies support. As even if I couldn't watch it, I'd turn it on and have it in my pocket at work, playing or somewhere with the sound off. You can't force them to go. Nope, you can't. Yeah, it's sad, but you can't. I mean, it's almost like pulling teeth to get kids out and outside nowadays. But I don't want to blame it on video games, but it's probably the worst thing I could ever introduce my kids to is video games. Only because I grew up with them, and I wish I didn't grow up with them. But I still didn't let it ruin my outdoors enjoyment. Not saying ruin. They just prefer being indoors. I'm not bad mouthing. That's what my kids like to do, but that's what my sons like to do is play video games. So, but they just weren't outdoors type people. They weren't into sports and that type stuff. But it's just a generational thing. I mean, kids nowadays, they love electronics. They, their phone's glued to their hip, and us as adults even have a tendency to be on our phones more than we really need to be, probably. But I still like being outside. I still like doing outdoors things, but not everybody does. So, including your kids, and you gotta be sensitive to that if they just don't want to be outdoors. It sucks during the winter because everyone can be during the home early hours of the day. Yeah, for sure. I'm live every morning, and I go live outdoors. Yeah, I try to get as much as I can, Skeeter, but I'm a stay-at-home daddy now, so my time's devoted to Will. So a lot of times I can't get on. Sometimes I have your lives running and I don't talk to chat. There's a lot of times I support you and you don't know it, but if I'm taking care of Will, I can't just be in chat. But a lot of times for people, and mainly off-grid, hey, buddy, I was just getting ready to say, sometimes I have yours running in the background and I can't chat like I used to, but especially when I don't know when people are going live, it's really hard for me to plan out. But I'm not complaining about anything, but a lot of times I have people's lives running in the background and just can't chat. Hey, troublemaker. Yep, I'm a troublemaker for sure, mainly. I just ran off one guy earlier. I'm a rude individual, I guess. I want to do car camping, but no funds to any build. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, but you can do a no build, just like Tony has, and a lot of the guys have no build. Just do a no build rows, and that way you can still go car camping. More wood. Yeah, my wife wouldn't enjoy it too much if I had a campfire in the back of her car. Man, it smells like smoke in here. I have a few stealth camps lined up for this year, and we'll be headed to South Carolina for the ocean fishing in May week before Tony's meetup. Just back in time. That'd be awesome. Yeah, South Carolina is awesome. We thought about going there instead of Tony's meetup, but we going down to Arkansas for our family camping trip. We didn't want to go too long of a trip for Will's first camp out. I had the balance of the outdoors and video games. I was born in the time that between the transition. Yeah, a lot of people, but it's few and far in between, even for your generation there, Chris, that likes to be outdoors. You know, people even your age, very few people like to be outdoors. It's because my oldest son's within your age range, and yeah, hardly any of his generation likes to be outdoors at all. Even a lot of his friends don't. My youngest son doesn't even like the outdoors. He does more so now. He did do one camp with me last year. Southern Fried, appreciate you being in here. It's going well. Just did a I guess spur of the moment live here. I'm in my car, hence the bad lighting, dome lighting. Sorry for the lighting, but nobody wants to see my ugly face anyway. So, but going good. Just thought I'd get on here and chat with everybody. I've went half hour longer than I intended anyways, but everybody's good about carrying good conversation on. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody coming in and showing the support. I really do. Wish I had an off-grid property. Yes, that would be amazing. Yeah, Mainly's got an amazing place. Very amazing. We do too. I mean, it's not as fancy in Maine of all places, but it's beautiful here. I'm very humble and happy with what I have, but yeah, Mainly's got a nice place. Home father is a full-time job. Yes, it is. And I've never, like I told my wife, I've never had that opportunity all my life working in construction. It's amazing. I wish I could have done it with my oldest kids, at least one of them. It's amazing. But yeah, nothing against my wife, as she works at home, but she's jumping out in between and helping out. And, you know, we take turns and do stuff. We're a good team. My wife and I work really good together, and Will makes it easy. He's such a great baby. He's really good. He sleeps really good, and it's a joy. It's really good when you have a good partner, soulmate to help you in all aspects of marriage and raising your children and everything. It's really good to have a partner that can help, and we work really good together as a team. I imagine we're going to be, you know, as Will grows, he's just going to be an extension of our arms. You know, we're all going to work like clockwork, and it's going to be a lot of fun enjoying life with him as an addition. All my kids were, you know, like everybody's had kids know, each individual kid's different. You know, you always have somebody telling you how to raise your kids or how it's going to go, but every child is different. His personality's coming through, and I can't wait till he's running around, and you have to watch him even closer about not getting too close to the campfire, you know, or whatever. I need to watch, you know, you can be overprotective, but you can't, especially nowadays, you know. But as far as letting him get out there and experience the outdoors and show him how to do things when it's age appropriate, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a wild ride to be able to go through it again. It's been a while. Prison toilet okay? Prison toilet lost audio. Uh-oh, can't hear me now? Same with me. I'm in most of the lives of you guys, but never say anything. Yeah, Dan, I figure a lot of people are sometimes, and, you know, a lot of people think you're not supporting them, but for me, a lot of times, especially now, I don't have time to sit and chat, so there's a lot. If I do see a live on and I don't have time to watch, I'll usually let it run in the background at the very least. Give people some good watch hours. I will be doing live streams soon. Awesome, Chris. I'll definitely get on those. That'd be fun. Hey, cool. I'm way behind on comments. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. As long as I get my oil leak fixed, and then I can do camping. Yeah, Rose, that'd be good for sure. You don't want to break down for sure. Just enjoying life outdoors. Yep. So nice outside. Been well, mainly. Hope you have as well. I've been seeing your lives and stuff. It looked like you've been doing good. Hope families is doing good as well. Hope everybody's families are doing well. Good night, everyone. Good night, Matt. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. We'll see you a week after next. I'm excited to see you guys. Have a good night. That beard is getting long, my brother. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna grow it as long as I can. As long as I can stomach it. I said when we found out we was having Will, I was gonna grow it out long. He enjoys it. He really grabs it, and yeah, longest I've ever had it. Good night. Let's see. Manly needs to bring the chrome throne to the meetup. Yeah, have everybody sign the prison toilet. Skeeter's been showed in a few days frozen pipes for 3 days without water. Today I finally have water now. Oh, that sucks, Skeeter. Sorry, man. Yeah, Randy from Ozark's Great Adventures had frozen pipes as well. Man, I hate frozen pipes, man. Ugh, it's horrible. Good night, Southern Fried. Thanks for coming in and for the support. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, I appreciate a thumbs up before you leave. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, I appreciate it. Rose, I can make that happen. Yeah, mainly if you could. Are you going to go to Tony's meetup this year? I'm going, so be nice to meet you if you could make it. Skeeter's days you got your water back. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's not awesome not to have water, but it's awesome when you get it back for sure. Did burn away when we cook. Still going to watch hours. Still giving watch hours. Yep. Still giving watch hours. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do for a lot of people. And if I miss your live, a lot of times I'll go back and let it run at the very least too to give you watch hours. So even if I don't get in your lives, I'll put a play all or whatever, or play your live and let it run too. Yep, Skeeter, yeah, hot shower, man. Makes you feel like $1 million. Bye, Skeeter. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for the support, my friend. Be safe out there. Mainly ice camping live was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of lives I've got to catch up on of everybody's, but especially Mainly's. I've been trying to watch a few of his too, but I'm way behind. It's going to take me a while. Always thumbs up. Yep, that's why I am. If I get on somebody's video or live, that's the first thing I do so I don't forget. More water. Yep. Then it was cold. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I probably won't stay on much longer. I've already been on an hour and a half. I'm going to get in there and see Mama and enjoy our family. It's nice being able to spend time in the evenings together as well. And that's another reason for another excuse of why I haven't been doing live, spending time with family and enjoying it. So, another view. But I appreciate everybody coming in. I really do. Appreciate all the support and concern everybody has, and the messages that people sent asking about me and the family. It's much appreciated, and all your guys' friendship means the world to me, and we thank you. We really do. We thank you for all the prayers and thoughts and support and messages. Really do appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hopping on here tonight, even though it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, but that's kind of the way it's been for me here lately. So, but hopefully I'll get a video this weekend and maybe another live at camp if I can. So, but hope everybody has a good rest of the night and a real good week. And yeah, hopefully I get on soon again and get to talk to you guys all. It's all a joy to be able to talk to you guys. But yeah, have a good week coming up, guys. God bless everybody. And if I don't see you next Monday or whatever, I'll see you as soon as I can. Good night, Rose. Good night, Cole. Good night, Shy Guy. Good night, Woodsman. Good night, Den. Good night, Mainly. Who am I forgetting? Good night, Skeeter. Rose. I said Rose and Cole already. Chris. I guess Randy's already gone. I know Woodsman's in the background. I guess that's it. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys later. Good night.